with this video. As you see, the title is Hello. Don't let your need for approval get you fucked up. Shit, I literally could end this fucking video in less than a minute. But I'm not. Let me explain why. Okay? The media, okay? First off, people walking around making it seem like it's cool to go get this vaccine and oh my god, if you don't, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. You know what? I'm about to pull a y'all on y'all, okay? I'm about to pull a y'all on y'all, okay? How about fuck with your head a little bit, okay? Like you're doing to everybody else. Spooking their ass into going get the jabba dabba do. Yes, bitch, I said it. The jabba dabba do. Okay? So, anywho, you got people that you cool with, or you think you cool with, until they get on the jabba dabba do train, and your ass is like, nah, man. And then they trying to peer pressure that ass to go do it or whatever. Hell, some of y'all got people in your house that's trying to force y'all to get this jabba dabba do. Some of them took it because they wanted to keep their high paying job. And other people didn't take it because they had integrity. So my applause to you. To those who haven't believed the hype, okay? Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, okay? Because there's a lot of more bullshit about to go down, okay? With these little test alerts and everything like that. Who's to say you won't be out somewhere? Say you at the movies or you're at wherever the hell you at. And then there's an alert go out to say you need to stay put. Y'all seen that movie The Mist, right? Where those people were trapped in that fucking little town grocery store, whatever like that, and they were in there for like, I don't know how long. It was longer than a day or whatever, right? Because they had to live off of the food that was in there, and then they had this thing outside. They'll supposedly, if they go outside, it was gonna harm them. So I wouldn't even I wouldn't even put nothing past media, movies, television show, whatever. It's all the same, okay? Media is media. Don't matter if it's social media or the television, okay? Whatever. So in the movie, the people was trapped inside a store, whatever, and there was a fog outside. And supposedly there were these things, like with tentacles inside of the fog or whatever. People were trying to go outside or whatever. They were trying to be big, bad, bold, whatever, go outside. And some went out and some got, came back in, whatever, got sick. I don't remember this movie full, how I want to say it. Damn, I don't remember the whole freaking movie, but all I know is this. That one woman in the store that was driving everybody fucking nuts with her faith, right? And they kept on trying to tell her that she was gonna do it or whatever. When that hole got knocked in that fucking window and them fucking big ass bugs was flying around in there and shit, and they was attacking people and shit, that bug came real close to her and she lifted up her hands and she was like, her life was in God's hands. I'm like, damn. Don't remember word for word, but it's like, damn, y'all seen that movie? Them bugs did not fucking touch her. Why? Because she believed with her whole heart that shit wasn't gonna touch her. She was only abiding by what they were telling her to do staying in that store, whatever, but she ain't adopt that same scared ass mindset all the rest of them people had. So see, we might have to be mingled around with y'all, but we ain't gotta be scared with y'all. You know what I'm saying? To the vaxxers. Yeah, I'ma say it like that. And what's up with this fucking third dose? Booster? Come on now. So, what they gonna keep doing? Keep giving shots until people start fucking breaking out and fucking sores all over their body and shit? What? So, the ones that took it, immunocompromised or whatever, still ain't helping. Even if they take the third shot, then what? Then what? Okay, pretty soon after a while, you ain't even gonna have to ask who took it and who didn't. Because the ones who took it gonna be walking around looking sick. And then the media gonna try to sit there and be like, oh, it's the ones who didn't vax. That's bullshit. Because if you check these people's fucking papers and shit, see what y'all need to do that's been getting sick from this fucking vaccine? What y'all need to do is dig into why the fuck you felt like you needed to take it. You owe it to yourself to find out why the people who choose not to get the vaccine are so comfortable about it. And why you're so fucking panicked. And if you are that fucking immunocompromised, stay your goddamn ass home. Okay? Because all that fear-mongering shit, yes, I use the term correctly. You are goddamned, okay? Another thing that's pissing me off. Pastors that are pro-vax, y'all are showing people right now that you really don't have faith in what you preach. Yes, I said it. I always knew that there was a reason. Whenever people will go to church, don't feel filled, whatever like that, and then you don't, you talk a good game, but you deny the power thereof. You say you believe in God. Do you really? But you gonna fearmonger your freaking congregations and do all this other bullshit. Why? Because them people, whoever them people are that made you do that shit, probably promised you a mega church. Okay, so the pastors that ain't on this narrative about getting facts, these the ones that ain't they ain't like really, really big, well known. And that's cool though, but at least people see who got faith and who don't. Who's in it for the shmoney and who's in it for the souls. Okay? You can always find out a person's real reason for doing something when they get backed in a corner. You know what I'm saying? If you on this trip about vax or you can't enter my church, man, you're gonna be fucked in the end. Because the people that actually survive and see this shit and remember that you was running around spooked and were like, wait a minute, now why are we still attending this brother's church when he was in a panic about some shit that was like being spread out over the airwaves, but they not telling y'all and they not showing y'all all the shit that's going on, like the nurses that are pushing back against this thing. They not showing y'all a lot of shit. They getting a lot of motherfucking heat from people that are not getting vaccinated. So that's why they whole fucking narrative is make the unvaccinated look like we're spreading shit around. We ain't doing shit, okay? We ain't doing shit. And then you got some pastors so bold, they want to go knock doors and talk to people and whatnot. Well, kudos to you. Shit. Don't tell people God loves them and then scare them at the same time or attempt to scare them, because the people that already know what the fuck is up is leaving your church. They leaving. Y'all want these fucking ding dong pop, no, not pops, them ding dong lollipop, I don't know what the fuck those things are. Yeah, they call no, dum dum. Those y'all remember those stupid ass little dum dum pops we used to have in the 80s? Like, say you had a slumber party or a pizza party with your friends or whatever, and y'all had them little dum dum pops. Yeah, I'm talking about some ding dong. Yeah, they had those little stupid ass little snack cakes, but I'm talking about them little dum dum pop preachers. Yeah, those little tiny fucking suckers that's like. And that just reminded me of something somebody told me a long time ago too, and I'm gonna throw this in because it makes total sense. Okay, how people throw shit in your face and basically make you look stupid without trying to make you look stupid. When you go in the bank, okay, I never noticed this before until somebody told me this. Okay, when you go in a bank or you go any place of business and they got lollipops out in the open, like you could go to the dentist and they'll have lollipops out in the open on the counter when you sign in or whatever, or they'll have them man, but more especially at the bank and they basically calling you a sucker to your face without saying it. Like after you do your transactions or whatever it is you do, and after that, you know, you take a sucker, like you took a sucker, but really in actuality they took a sucker. Cause yeah, some banks charge you like, depending on what service you going to get or whatever like that. These people will fucking, they be doing some shit, okay? They be doing some shit. And then you know at the dentist they tell y'all not to be eating too much of sweets, whatever, right? But right after you get your teeth filled, right after you get checked for cavities, right after you get your deep cleaning, right after you do whatever you do, right? You leave and you get a sucker. Okay? Even though you can't eat it right then and there, and I've been guilty of this, okay? Took a sucker. But they really took a sucker, like, okay, well, we fixed your teeth, but here you go, here's a lollipop. Go ahead and rot some more of your motherfucking teeth out so you come right back to us. People will sometimes give you something that'll fuck you up just a little bit, just to bring you back. Some people will cause a problem knowingly just so they can solve it. And that's bullshit. I mean, it's a sad reality, but that's just how I cannot stop myself from like wanting to laugh and shit. But anyway, that's just my personality. Have a personality too, okay? You don't want to be so overly spiritual or so overly religious you can't even have a fucking personality to every other word come out of your mouth. You seem like it's trigger words. Like, you know, everybody has a different position in the spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people's channels are gateways to open you up to think about things different, and other channels help you deal with certain things different. Everybody can be on one accord but talk different. And if you don't like the way that I speak, then hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What I say? Don't care if you do. I'm just, let me stop, okay? No, let me not stop, because it's my personality. But I'm trying to be serious, you know. be all too overly militant or whatever. But look, all y'all people out here trying to scare tactic people and shit. No, how about we tell y'all what the fuck it really is, that you getting karma for your bullshit that you've done. This right here is this. Some people be pretending that they been sweet. Some people be pretending that they are sweet. Some people be acting like they don't do shit wrong. There are some things that happen to people because of what they done to others, and then there's some things that happen to people to give them a lesson. Like this, like a pre-test or something like that before you get to the real test. You know what I'm saying? Because you are really of no use to God if you ain't had some kind of something that you overcame to tell people. If your whole life has been peachy, 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 you got everything you want, everything you need, but you still feel like something is missing, but you're afraid to be you because you feel like ain't nobody gonna accept you, then you're lost. I said what I said. When you don't know who you are, you're lost. Different people are on slightly different paths, okay? We all can't be walking around this bitch robotic, speaking one way, speaking another way. And if you believe that you are better than somebody, then just, I'm going to even take it so far as to say, learn your ancestors' language, speak it, and stop speaking English altogether. Because there are some words that we say in English language that means something else in another language. Some of our English words sound like bad words in other languages, whatever. Okay? Everybody on this bitch is human. Now, just because, okay, I'm going to take something for an example. That's like, say I'm smoking a cigarette, right? And then all of a sudden, I work on gradually quitting, and I finally quit, and then I start bashing people who smoke when I used to smoke, but then I stopped, so I started thinking I'm better than you, and I start bashing you and shit. You ain't gonna receive me. Try a different approach. How about, like, why did you stop smoking? What made you want to stop smoking? Did you stop on your own, or did you stop because somebody told you to? Like, what happened? Like, what's the story? Say, I want to quit too. How did you do it? Okay, that's a better approach. Not like looking down at somebody for something that you used to do. And I'm saying it like this because, yes, I still smoke, but I don't smoke that much. Like, I've been more on the snack train. Oh, my bad. I'm having coffee. And yes, I drink coffee at night. Although I don't think this video is going to upload tonight. My other one that I did this morning took fucking forever because it kept going out or whatever. But then it rained and shit. Like, I don't know. But anywho, it's going to get uploaded at some point. It's like this. Don't let peer pressure get you fucked up. The whole reason for this video was not to let people's fucking, need for you to need them ass mentality shit. Don't let that shit get you caught up. Well, I'm gonna fight for my... Wait a minute, hold on. I just thought about something. It remind me of that shit on TikTok where a chick be like, what is it? With Steve Wilkos, they did that little clip thing, like, is this your man? That chick was like, yeah, that's mine. Some of y'all be on the dumb shit. Like, knowing your partner is fucked up gonna get. Knowing that your slew of fucked up shit that happened to you is because of this person that you fucking with. I done told y'all time and time again in these different videos that I've made about, like I said, the one that did before was like, if God was punishing you for a wrong choice, you know it. That right there. Okay, some people can't see they being punished for a wrong choice. Okay, it's like, why the fuck do you care what somebody else think about you leaving a psychotic motherfucker alone? Okay, alone. And yeah, I had some crazy ass fucking dreams lately. Well, not too crazy, but and here it is. A lot of times God will speak to you about you before he'll speak to you about somebody else. Because you can't tell nobody shit if you ain't in a position to fix you first. Or at least acknowledge what the fuck you need to fix. Ain't gonna say that shit gonna happen overnight. But that's one thing people fail to understand. Okay, so one cuckoo ass dream. I mean, not all my dreams been cray cray. It's like some of my dreams. It's like I'll get into them. Some of them, like, it hasn't been like really weird shit or whatever. But I think this last one that I had a couple days ago was kind of weird. Like, I was with my DM and we was in our home. And the lights went out. Cause cray bitch been stalking around the house, cut off the breakers, came in the house, we heard footsteps, him and I were like laying low, like, what the fuck is that? Let's do this or let's do that, like try to maneuver around or whatever. And the bed was so high up that you could see underneath it for some reason. I could see in the dark in this dream. I don't know, can't tell you why. But I looked under the bed and this bitch was trying to crawl under the bed. So I had my claws, my fingernails, I was trying to dig them holes in her face, right? And the bitch bit my hand and I woke up. And that's all I remember. I was like, what the fuck? So, nah. My DM ain't no scary Hyde type of ass nigga. And I'm saying that in the most loving way. Nah, he a G. He will be like, God bless you, sir. But at the same time, if you fuck with anything he love, he coming out the middle of the back on your ass. You gonna see the G in his ass. But anyway, shit. So I feel like, I'm like, damn. Nah. Hell no. That was crazy. Another dream I fucking had was, I was at work. It was real busy. 1 minute I'm running around in somebody else's job doing what I do, and I told a customer I'll be right back. Now this dream I had maybe like almost a month ago, or a little over a month ago, but I still remember it though, and I didn't even write it down. This was like a reoccurring dream that I kept having about my work. I was there, it was busy, and I told a customer I was gonna be right back, right? But then as soon as I walked into the kitchen area to go get something, it faded to black, and it was like, as soon as I got refocused, I was in my own shit, doing something else. And one of my co-workers that works where I work was working for me. Ooh. And he seemed a little pissed. And I kind of had some regrets about that person being there or whatever like that, because it was like, in the dream, I was smaller than the person. And when a person in your dream is bigger than you, or they look bigger than you, well, they're not in actuality. in some area of life, you feel intimidated by that person. And I can't figure out what way am I intimidated by this person? Because I don't see it. But shit, maybe I'll find out later on or whatever. Maybe. But when I was trying to look around and I was like traveling, doing some other stuff like that. But it was like had to do things like in different states or whatever. For like some high end shit. But anyway, all my experience that I had in customer service had prepped me for everything I'm gonna do or wanna do, okay? Not saying I want my own restaurant because there's a lot that goes with that. Not just getting the food right and prep right. You gotta make sure you hire some motherfuckers that ain't crazy. And like when I say crazy, I'm talking about doing magic on each other because they want to take each other's spot because shit is performance based. It's like, that's stupid. I wouldn't be hiring nobody anyway that had less than a certain amount of years of experience, and your excuse to get hired is, I got kids. I don't have to hire you because that. So you telling me, feel sorry for you because you got kids. Some people don't even give a fuck about their kids like that. They just use the fact they got kids when it's convenient. I said what I said. Yes, I said what I said. So now, I was walking through this place where I was, and I kept trying to open doors to be like, wait a minute, I was supposed to bring this customer something or whatever. Don't you know every door I open has something different behind it, but none of it was my place of employment? It's like I was so concerned about something that I felt like I forgot to do when I was there. By the time I realized I wanted to do it or I was supposed to do it, I was going into my own shit. That's how fast shit gonna change for some people. Like it just happens that way. Sometimes to the point you look back and you be like, damn, how did I get here? But in a good way. Not a fucked up way. I hadn't had no severely fucked up dreams of life being chaotic or no shit like that. Nah. And besides, when some people have dreams like that, sometimes they may be getting a glimpse of what's to happen in their own life. Unless they've actually opened up publicly and told you about whatever was going on in their life, so you know it ain't them. Because it ain't had nothing to do with them, but maybe somebody watching them. It's different. But it's a lot of things gonna change. You never know how this shit gonna go. Maybe from all these extra doses of shit, and people start dropping more left and right to where people's house notes that they ain't paid off. People gonna be leaving behind fucking abandoned ass homes with fully stocked fridges and fully stocked toiletries and fully stocked everything, and then people could be getting so desperate for the money they'll say, hey, find a house that you won't get in there and just pay off the rest of what this person owed. You never know, that shit could happen like that. Thinking on it, yeah, shit could happen like that. Not saying that it will. There's a whole lot of ways shit can happen. Or say you get from out a fuck shit situation. Make no mistake, it's people around you that want to bless you, but they watching to see what you gonna do. If you planning on staying with people that's bringing you down, the people that's watching you that could bless you won't. You know why? Because God ain't even gonna allow it. somebody else that got a hookup that you yet know nothing about. Say you get out of a toxic ass relationship or a toxic ass marriage, and somebody got some rental properties, and they see you trying to do the right thing, and they know, and they catch the vision that you got because they are a part of your future. See, the people that leave your life because you leave a fucked up situation, they was never with you to begin with. They was only with you like just to fucking watch your life and watch it go down. Some people get a kick out of that shit, but you never know. Somebody might come to you and say, well, sister or brother, I see that you're trying to do the right thing, and God gave me a vision of your life, because there are actually some people that actually will come into your life that'll catch the vision that's on you for your life, and they'll have that one little hinge that'll open that door that you was scuffling and struggling trying to open, being with a motherfucker that if you got into a blessed place with them, they'll fucking tear it down before it even became something. So serious. You don't know. That person could say, well, I got rental properties, and I'm kind of sort of looking for a manager for the rental properties, and I'll let you live in this house over there, and you could pay a discounted amount if you and your wife or you and your husband could run this office right here. And then your other things come into play too. You want to make a neighborhood pantry in the apartments? I've seen a church do that before. Okay? Here's the thing. A karmic can never follow the vision that a divine person has. You got one piece, your divine counterpart has the other piece. And both of y'all's plans, ideas, and workings will fit together perfectly. So if you're wondering why you're doing the best you can, and you're doing what you can when you can, and it's not panning out, it's because you got the wrong motherfucker on your team. So serious. That's why I knew I wasn't cray-cray when God told me basically, don't get with no, I'm all burping shit. Excuse me, y'all. Don't get with nobody until I say, because you need to have some patience and let me do my thing, because the longer you wait for me to perfect what I'm giving to you before I give it to you, the stronger it's gonna be. Okay? I've seen a church, like I said, have, well, actually, the pastor, which was a lady, and her husband. Now, were they morally right people? Not in all aspects, but for the most part, they had giving spirits. But there was still control issues that I saw going on with a woman trying to lead the man, and that's just not how that goes. Sorry if you don't think so. But when people hear the word submission, they're like, oh no, That don't mean sit there and take orders from somebody. That means being able to get along with others, work well with others, be a motherfucking team, bitch. Ain't no I in team. Unless you just can't spell. And you're spelling that shit like T-E-I-M. No, T-E-A-M. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. But let me go ahead and finish what they did. They lived in these apartments. And they were doing this from the front room, from the living room. They turned their living room into like a small space. And that kitchen or whatever like that. Like they had some things in there. It was like a pantry. But then they ended up making enough money somewhere else. They actually rented a second smaller apartment or whatever like that, and then to do pantry from, of course. The apartment people loved what they were doing, so they just gave them, didn't have them pay anything now, gave them a big 2-bedroom apartment strictly for making it into a pantry. You had one room was clothing, the other room was extra food stock, the kitchen area, the living room, everything. They had tables set up. How do I know this? Because me and my husband at the time was volunteering there. He wanted to do it because she told him that whatever y'all need, y'all can get it. I was in there with this mindset of like, damn, I want to be able to do this one day. You see, it's cool, it's all cool when you want to tell people how much God loved them, but people is more apt to listen to you when you're giving them what they need and helping them with resources to find a job. They actually had computers in there too where you could actually apply for jobs online and stuff like that. They had a couple computers. But anyway, you can get accounts with food bank. I mean, look, I know how to do all that shit. I know how to do all that shit. It's just it would be too much for one fucking person. Okay? But I already told y'all in my past video when I was saying about how I was doing with my little apartment cooking for Bible study. I was like, for my reason, I already told y'all what my reason for doing it was, because I didn't know if somebody was going to eat that day. And just by doing that, if somebody try to put a curse of lack and poverty on you, this is what it means when pastors actually say, gotta rebuke the devourer for your sake, because a lot of people don't get this. They think that it means giving of only your money. No, it don't mean just that. If you, whatever you put out, you're gonna fucking get back. Even if you don't believe in shit, universal law. It's still a fucking universal law. What you put out, you gotta get back. Which is why some people's karma is hitting their ass like hard than a bitch. But anywho, ever since putting out the invitation and having people come through and everything like that, eating, and then I told y'all what happened, because my husband at the time, he was so filled with glee that, you know, it got so big that we didn't have the money to be cooking for everybody or whatever. And some of these pantries, I was like, I talked to the lady, I was like, so what do you think about making hot foods or whatever? She say, I don't know. And she just left it at that. I was like, But anyway, y'all gonna get enough of me and this burping and this coffee and shit late at night. But anyway, gotta get it out. But anywho, what I was mentioning to her or whatever, she didn't feel like they were gonna do it, so I did it at my home. But like I said, he was full of glee because I couldn't do it at that one point, and he was sitting there like twisting around in that swivel chair, and the response that I got from the people that were there was not the response he wanted to hear. They were like, Well, why didn't you tell me you needed this? And why did you tell me you needed that? I got extra this, extra that, whatever. Ain't nobody tripped out because I didn't cook that day. So, yeah, just by me doing that, God literally made sure that I never seen a hungry ass day. Just from doing that. And the fact that it was actually a pastor and his wife that nobody knew at the time did not have nowhere to stay. And sometimes they didn't know where their next meal was coming from. And the fact that they were, like, we did not know this. They looked like they were, like, kept. You know what I'm saying? It's like they truly been kept. And, yeah, sometimes when you do certain deeds, you don't know how much it means to the person that you've done it for. And then God look at your heart and be like, you know what? Because you didn't want this person to be without, and you did what I told you to do. Because sometimes when you being told to do something, you might get scared, try to chicken out or whatever. It's going to look like a lie and all this other bullshit. But it always comes out to be exactly what God said it was going to be. And I was reading the notification up here, so I got like little fries for a second. But anywho, yeah, that was an experience for life, okay? Anything you don't want to lack, that's the area you need to give in. And with these pandemic with these virus scares and these shots and everything, and this second quarantine gonna come, it is important that you have everything you need stocked up. So just from me doing that, it's like I be finding deals certain places. I be finding shit in places I didn't even think I was gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to make sure that you know what you heard was from God, or else you're going to look stupid when it don't do whatever in the end. Had I not heard that from God, then people could have been like, oh, you should have never started something that you couldn't finish. It wasn't even about that. My heart was in the right place. So there we go. And I wasn't one for preaching to nobody or doing this, that, or whatever. Sometimes you ain't got to be real preachy to a person just to show them that they not forgot about. Sometimes some people are cut out for to do that, and then the other person is cut out to be the helping hands. Okay? So don't mistake it. If you took pride and joy in trying to put people in harm's way, hurt's way, dangerous way, doing shit on people for no reason, being in competition with people that don't even fucking know you exist. Like, you watching them, but they not watching you. They see me, but I don't know who the hell they are. People that have done shit in secret are sitting up probably watching you thinking, damn, why didn't nothing happen to this bitch? Because I just want to hurt her so badly. It's quite simple, love. Wasn't supposed to, love. Now, people gonna get enough of that bullshit. Don't let your hatred for somebody you don't even know, or you competing with somebody you don't even much know, get you fucked up, okay? Person ain't never heard of your name, ain't never saw you, ain't never watched, ain't gave a fuck because I never knew you. I still don't know you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got somebody watching them that they don't fucking know is watching them, that just don't like they fucking tenacity, whatever. But people who are really happy in life, really don't seek out to destroy others. They don't. I don't give a fuck what you heard, what you thought, whatever. People who are really truly happy on the inside, or at least working on it, don't try to pull others down to put them at the same level that they are, to try to step on their head to rise to the top. That means you still got some work to do on self. Next video, I'm probably going to be talking about something pertaining to this. But not quite, because it's something I've been wanting to talk about, but I just haven't quite figured out how to word it correctly, because it's some bullshit. And I ain't gonna sit there and say I purposely make videos to offend people. No, I don't. I make real life scenarios. And if you offended, you offended. If you not, you not. So until next video, bye.